Keeping jobs local, State Senator Joe Schiavone is trying to stop call center jobs from leaving Ohio and going overseas. This is a story we've been following since he introduced the bill in the Senate last week. Well, new tonight, local Republicans are speaking out against it. 27 First News reporter Molly Reed talked with both sides. She's live in studio tonight with those details.
171,000 people in Ohio work in call centers. That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Local Democrats introduced a bill that would stop call center companies from getting Ohio taxpayer money if they move overseas. It would also require those companies to give employees 120 days notice before relocating. Republicans say that will cost more money for the state to regulate than what it would lose. Democratic State Representative John Bocherry says the call center bill is rooted in the Valley losing jobs in the past. It won't just protect employees, but the communities relying on the tax revenue.
Steel mills and some of our steel companies weren't able to keep up with the technology and the investments that they needed to make, and those jobs were outsourced overseas to where they were building new facilities.
The legislation doesn't stop call centers from moving overseas. State Representative Michelle Hagan says it makes moving more transparent.
There's a fear that these jobs will be relocated after the companies get tax incentives and breaks to open the companies here in Ohio and then to transfer them overseas.
Local Republicans aren't buying it. Don Manning, who is running for the seat Representative Bocherry currently holds, says putting regulations on companies will deter other businesses from wanting to come here.
A short-term fix like putting a Band-Aid on a bleeding wound, it's not always going to work. We have to look at the big picture. We have to look at the grand scheme of things.
The bill would require the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services to keep track of call center companies that move jobs overseas. Manning says that would create higher taxes.
There's going to be extra people, extra departments added on just to follow this and to keep track of who may or may not be coming in and out of town.
Republican Corinne Sanderson says call center workers that aren't unionized should do so.
That could have been another option, because you have to think there's 87 other counties that you have state legislators that have to come on board with this bill. And if they don't have an interest in call centers, what would be the point?
Whatever the solution is, lawmakers say they want to stop the call center jobs from leaving. In the last decade, Ohio has lost almost 14,000 call center jobs. Live in the studio, Molly Reed, WKBN 27 First News at 6.